Hey Aries, all you Aries out there. Excuse me. I'm doing I'm doing a horoscope for May 2021, all the transits that are happening. So let's get right down to it. Okay, on May 3rd or 4th, we're going to be having Mercury moving into Gemini. Gemini is your third house. So that's the house of communication. And like the house of like learning and teaching and thinking. Maybe you'll be like, you could be starting a new project that has to do like with something where you communicate with the public. You could be starting a YouTube channel. You could be starting a job where like it's more like online communication, possibly. On the 8th or the 9th of May, we have Venus moving into Gemini too. So like that's a lot of third house activity. And I really feel with Venus and Mercury being in your third house, like you're going to be wanting to talk more about like things that you love. Like just, let's see. On the 10th or the 11th of May, you have the new moon in Taurus. This is going to be in your second house of like value, like self-value. That's an ongoing theme over the last 4 years for you. I feel like a self-love kick. That's been going on since like around, 2018. We have Uranus in Taurus right now. I think we have, yeah. This can speak of new financial opportunities for you as, like, you could be having like new creative ideas. It's a great time to develop and pursue new gifts that you get, especially with Mercury and Venus being in Gemini. Mercury goes retrograde on the 28th or the 29th of May. So if you're going to start anything, like any projects, like sign any documents or anything like that, I do suggest you do that before the 28th, 29th of May. Mercury retrograde can make a lot of things kind of go haywire. I wouldn't make any like big electronic purchases unless something breaks during that time. And if you like, in that case, I would replace it. I wouldn't even try and fix it because trying to fix something during a Mercury retrograde is ridiculous. Let's see. If you've started a new project beforehand, Mercury retrograde is an amazing time to just go back and like go over the things, like the details, like any documentation, anything like that. Just go on to review. It's okay. It's an okay time to complete things, but it's not a good time to start things. And I wouldn't sign any like binding legal contracts during that if you're starting something. I definitely don't recommend that. Okay, on the 13th or the 14th of May, depending on where you are in the world, we have Jupiter moving into Pisces, which is your 12th house. So that's going to be, you already have Neptune in Pisces too. And Jupiter is the traditional ruler of, or like the ancient ruler of Pisces. And you have Neptune, the modern ruler of Pisces, and they're both in your 12th house. So Pisces is the house of spirituality and the house of the unseen. And Jupiter can bring gifts, and like expands whatever it touches. So you might be getting like a new spiritual path, new spiritual vision. You might just be like, you might be unfolding a new spiritual practice that you have even. But yeah, like I said, Jupiter can bring gifts like totally out of the blue. And especially because the 12th house is the house of the unseen, that can just come out of nowhere. And especially with Uranus and Taurus in your second house, you have so much like luck energy going towards you. And if you've been following your path and following like your soul's calling, Uranus can bring gifts, and as well as Jupiter. All right, on the 21st, or the 20th or the 21st, depending on where you are in the world, we have the sun going into Gemini like I said, which is your third house. So you have the sun, you have Mercury, and you have Venus in Gemini, plus the North Node is there. So there's like a hint of destiny there. Like, as I really feel like Aries are like starting off a new journey where they're like much more out in the open, like in the public eye, communicating with people, being like stepping up and like being more of a thought leader. That's what I get from this. And that's what I feel. On the, let me see, the 25th of the 26th, we have the lunar eclipse in Sagittarius. Like, that's a full lunar eclipse too. So that's going to be your 9th house. So this is the house of like this, your spiritual journey. And especially with you having Jupiter and Neptune in your 12th house. And now you have a lunar eclipse in your 9th house. This is going to bring about like visions and get you more in touch with your intuition. There's Mars in Cancer. I believe, yeah, Mars in Cancer, I think that's in your 4th house. So that's in the house of like home, family. Let's see. Yeah, with the North Node and your Sun in the 3rd house and Mars and Cancer in your 4th house, you could possibly be moving. Yeah, you could absolutely be moving. You could be like trying to sell your house. You could be looking for a new apartment. You could be picking up, and maybe you could be moving even like to another country possibly. This is possible. I know it is possible. I know times are weird right now, but people are still moving. People are still doing things. So don't discount that. And especially with that lunar eclipse in Sagittarius in your 9th house, like that can mean like travel. Like it could be short distance travel. It could mean, you know, upping your life and moving it somewhere else completely. That is a possibility. All right, so we have Jupiter in Pisces till the 29th of July. So that's like a good, like 2, almost 3 months that Jupiter is going to be in your 12th house. So you might be getting like more psychic downloads. Aries is a very intuitive sign. You know, they follow their intuition, like they follow their gut instinct, and like they don't play into the fear. And that's what Jupiter wants. Jupiter wants you to expand and without fear. So all in all, this month looks amazing for you guys. That new moon in Taurus, like I said, that can bring money, like cash, that can bring like just amazing things out of the blue, especially with Uranus there too. So I really feel like this is going to be an incredibly expansive month for you guys. So I hope this helped. Thank you for watching. I will see you again I'll see you again soon. All right. Bye, Aries.